Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Connor Kongs, and it is Saturday, which means, Stuart, what does it mean, Stuart?
It's our ship day. We like talking about ships on Saturday. It's our general main content here on Saturday, so if you haven't been paying attention, every Saturday.
And if you haven't been paying attention, this week we just really filled up the week with a lot of great first look at Lower Decks. There's a ton of stuff in this trailer, and actually a lot of the stuff is very prominent. It gets a lot of innovation amount of time, and one thing is, this ship today is the Shuttle, a new Shuttle. It's all over the place. There's a few good shots. I've got some comparison renders in a little bit. But Stuart, I mean, what did you think when you first saw this new, slightly post-Nemesis, non-Picard, non-Discovery era, messed up to using Picard shuttle. Our first brand new shuttle in about, since 2004. So 16 years of our first Prime shuttle, proper one.
I said, thank the lords and the gods that there was no Discovery shuttles, because they could have done that. And they chose not to, so thank you. Yes, we did get a new shuttle, and I think it looks pretty fantastic. They're kind of calling back to a few different things. Star Trek V shapes in there. We've got a TOS cylindrical nacelles. Again, kind of a step away from what we've seen from TNG for a while. They have different oddly shaped nacelles generally. So lots of great stuff, and I'm just so happy to have a new shuttle. And it looks like it's quite prominent in the episodes as well, or at least one episode. So,
when I saw this, I was like, that's a good looking shuttle. A legitimately good looking. Now, like you say, yeah, the nacelles are a bit of a weird standout because obviously, the shell is never going to be that different, assuming you use canon. So the nacelles are what you can change, and we know that, and we'll see some renders later, that as the hero ships progressed, we moved the nacelles to look more like them, so more pointy, big basards, blue glow grills. These use a similar style, but as with those shows, these nacelles clearly harken to the ones on the exterior of the hull, especially with the basard bits, which are a bit weird, but more justifiable, and this is the, weird, lesser used ship, and I'm sure this is all like, second gen side company design stuff. It's not the go fast, very quick stuff. It's the efficient, other easy to make stuff. But as a shuttle, I'm absolutely for it. I love that we can now actually, is this the first time seeing the inside of the window? I don't think even in TNG they ever made the actual window, because there was obviously a physical prop inside and out of the TNG big shuttle, but I don't think they've actually had it be actually glass transparent, because that was a lot more, that's a big bit of glass. Is this the first time I've actually seen the inside?
Yes and no. The Type 15 shuttle, the small one, had a see-through window.
As in the shuttle pod, the little...
Yeah. But the bigger ones, were blacked out windows.
Even the Voyager one. This looks... It adds something. Really adds something to see the whole thing. It's almost too busy now, but I like it, actually.
No, I agree. I think it looks great, and I love the addition of the blast shield. Blast shield up, blast shield down.
Which is fun. It's fun. And Yosemite, well done them, good name. Obviously reference to Captain Kirk's voyage to the almost death in Star Trek V. Well done. But Stuart, there's more pictures, and there's a comparison. Next shot is a great off view. A ton of stuff there.
Yeah, we got some red glowing elements at the back of the nacelles, which is, again, new to a shuttle design. Generally, it's just at the front. And then we have, of course, the Impulse-style engines, very similar to what we see in Star Trek V, that kind of shuttle design on the sides there. And I assume that's a fold-down ramp at the back. So, it looks like they have the fold-down ramp, perhaps, and then the side door as well.
And if you cut back, there is a line where there could be a door, but because it's, if you look at the window, the way the hull... Oh, no, if you look on the inside, it looks like there could be as well. But it's... Yeah, okay, sure.
I think there's a shut door on each side, actually.
Yeah, and you can see at the back. And I was right, so it has so it actually does that. So so it's not just a direct ramp, it's a ramp, and it looks good, actually. I guess they want super functional design shuttles, which this does feel. But anyway, the back's good. I love the blue glows in and out. It looks great, very familiar. Not a big fan of the back of the nacelles, because it's clearly what the front of the nacelle looks like as well. It's just a mirror. And you don't need aft basards. And if you're trying to tell us that their aft impulse engines are why they're the same colour as the forward basards, you're confusing everybody. But, for the quality of the shuttle, that's the least of my concerns. It looks good. But next view though is everything combined. We've also got a top view which shows that there's not a lot on the top. And there is some renders to come in a second, Stuart. But I mean, do you have any? Does it feel cohesive? How does it feel put together? Now we're seeing sort of enough of a 3D-ness.
Absolutely, it feels cohesive. Actually, I really appreciate how much attention to detail there is in each shot. Mm-hmm. Generally, when there's faraway shots in animation, you don't get as much detail, and it doesn't appear that way here. So I really appreciate that.
And this is a really great example of same but different. So I think seriously, well done for the design on this one. It's really good. But Stuart, let's get Trekyards fancy. The next shot is a render, which I even used some fun radiosity with the actual scene. That is the evolution of shuttles, or at least of primary hero shuttles. Now, obviously, there are odd steps in between that I just don't have access to. There is a Voyager version of the Type 8 TNG one, which has Voyager cells. They changed the miniature, etc. And they made a slightly sleeker version of the Type 9 for Endgame. That was a future version. This is what you think when you think of the three evolutions, and I think it, to look with the other one in comparison, this shuttle exists. It's out there. It's doing its thing, and we see the incredibly obvious evolution of styles here. What do you think now, looking all in comparison?
Besides the fact that the nacelles are cylindrical, which I really like, this definitely fits in this design lineage. It seems like the nacelles have gone from cylindrical in TOS, and as you can see the progression, they get more flat and squat. Here they're round, which again I don't mind so much. I kind of like that. But the shapes are nice. They definitely tie in, and they do tie in with even the one from Star Trek V, like I said. And the window shape is a little bit of a reverse from the top shuttle there, but it's still visually you just tie it in that it's the same. So no, I think they did a fantastic job with this next evolution of shuttle design. So
although I think it doesn't feel like it's that cutting edge. So this again feels to me like a sort of third gen Type 8, which is the top one, because we had the normal one, the Voyager one, which is the nacelles. This feels like, whatever nacelle design they use for the main ship, they use pieces of whatever. It's sleeker, it's neater than the top one, which is, the other ones are more sharp or more fast. I don't see this one going anywhere near as fast as the other ones, but that's clearly not the point. I mean, look how small the engines are in comparison, radically much smaller. So I think this is like a Type 8 Mark III, as rather than design going in a line, it goes sideways. Alternate lineage to create different levels of, like this one seems to have more internal space than a Type 8 to me. Type 9 a lot less space, but it's much faster. Type 11 much bigger, less day-to-day shuttle because it's much bigger. So this is more this new one is obviously a fourth gen Type 8 lineage, and then slightly customized whatever. So I think it doesn't fit in the lineage, but it's a nice sidestep that is obvious and works. But we've only ever seen the flagships, the best of. The ship is not the best of, nor the flagship, not even an okay ship in terms of abilities, and that's okay. But the next view, Stuart, is an after view, comparing them once again.
Yeah. See, here there's quite a bit of difference between the Type 8 and this one. I love the sectioned door for the new one.
Yeah.
Because you can see in the other view, you can see the one part go down and then the other part fold out, which is nice. Again, I think it feels more like the one from Star Trek V in that particular instance for the way the back door opens.
Yeah, it's a lovely little hybrid. It's obviously more advanced than Type 8. It's got the same impulse engines but sleeker, but it's now got actual pylons which harken the other ones, and it looks very similar to Type 9's pylons. And the door in the Type 9 is a hinge, but it opens up like that. This one does the conventional, so it's a nice whatever. Doesn't really harken back to the Type 11 at all, but again, really cutting edge. That said, they've got aft glowies, which they have, but whatever, weird. Although these all have had, all the current ones have weapons, some sort of visual weapons. So I get the sense this is, like I say, a simpler, easier, third gen, no frills, people transport. Because you don't need to have, just having the weapons on standby is going to drain power. So if you can dedicate to speed and maneuverability with less big power core, easy to make, you want these different focuses. And so, yeah, I mean, it doesn't fit in per se, but it's a nice sided step. And obviously, Would be nice when they do a 3D model for Eagle Moss to see it be slightly, updated with more texture and more plates and maybe some more functional bits. But it's pretty darn good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was super excited to see it. As I said, just seeing no Discovery Shuttles made my day. Because as we know, we've been inundated with those everywhere in every generation now, apparently. And I half expected to see, you might even see one. You might even see one in the cartoon as kind of a joke in the background or something at some point. But I'm glad they came up with a new shuttle design. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this, I gotta say.
Yeah. It's good. Well done then.
Yep, simple. So let us know in the comments what you think about this design. Are you happy it's not a Discovery Shuttle? Did you even notice that there's Discovery Shuttles everywhere all of a sudden? Let us know. And don't forget to also hit like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share this video around. And, come back and visit us again because we love you guys.
Yep, and of course, Stuart, there are so many ways to support us. It's a broad spectrum. And just look in the chat, the comments down below. No, the description. There you go. That's what it is. And just tune into it. Seriously, guys, go watch our other Lower Decks videos. There's a ton of great topics and a ton of great little things. This show is while different, while odd, is shaping up to be very attention detailed, and just interesting and fun. And look forward to that. And Stuart, it's coming out real soon. Beyond soon, almost, and we'll be there before you know it, and we'll be here then at that point. So if you want to see us do more stuff, be on the Patreon, the PayPal, the join channel membership, the super chat, it all works together to allow us to give a lot of time towards this, and we like it, you like it. Help us if you like it that much.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Connor Congs. Bye, guys.
See ya.